Welcome to the Fear-Bound TV, where fear has no escape.
I've never told this story publicly before. Even now, saying it out loud makes my hands shake. This happened when I was 22, living alone for the first time. I survived, but a part of me never left that night. I lived in a small ground-floor apartment on the edge of the city. Nothing fancy, just a bedroom, a bathroom, and a tiny kitchen. I worked late shifts, so coming home after midnight was normal for me. At first, everything felt safe, quiet, predictable. Until one night, I noticed something strange. The chair in my bedroom wasn't where I had left it. I tried to convince myself I was overthinking. People move things without remembering, right? I wish that's all it was. A few nights later, I woke up at exactly 3:17 a.m. I know the time because I checked my phone the second my eyes opened. Something felt wrong. Not like a nightmare, more like the feeling you get when someone is standing too close behind you. I was lying on my side, facing the wall. That's when I heard it. Breathing. Not mine. Slow, controlled, right behind me. I didn't move. I didn't scream. I was too scared to even breathe. After what felt like forever, the sound stopped. When I finally turned around, there was nothing there. The door was still locked. The window was closed. I didn't sleep after that. The next morning, I found something that made my stomach drop. A footprint. A muddy footprint, right next to my bed. It wasn't mine. That was the moment I knew. Someone had been inside my apartment, and they had watched me sleep. 2 nights later, I heard my front door unlock. This time, I was awake. I reached for my phone, ready to call the police, but before I could, I saw him. A tall man standing in my doorway. His clothes were dirty. His face was calm, too calm. He smiled. That's when I realized something terrifying. This wasn't his first visit. I screamed and ran. I locked myself in the bathroom, shaking, crying, barely able to breathe. He didn't rush me. He knocked, softly, again and again. I climbed out the bathroom window, cutting my arms on broken glass. I ran barefoot into the street, screaming for help. Behind me, I heard him laugh. I didn't stop running. My feet burned against the cold pavement. Every breath felt sharp and painful. The street was empty. No cars, no voices, no lights, just darkness and footsteps behind me. Slow, steady, he wasn't chasing me. He was letting me run. I glanced back for half a second. I tripped and crashed hard onto the ground. The air left my lungs in a painful gasp. Then I felt it. Hands, strong, certain. He grabbed my ankle and dragged me backward. I screamed and kicked wildly, lost his grip for just a moment, and I took it. I rolled onto my knees and shoved him with everything I had. We both fell, but I was already crawling away. My hand closed around something cold and sharp, a broken piece of glass. When he lunged for me again, I swung without thinking. I felt the glass cut into his arm. He shouted, not in anger, but in surprise, like he hadn't expected me to fight back. That's when I realized something important. He wasn't invincible. I ran again, harder this time. I screamed until my throat burned, until my voice cracked. A light turned on, then another. A car slowed. I collapsed in the middle of the road, sobbing, begging for help. Hands pulled me to safety. Voices shouted. A jacket was wrapped around my shoulders. I looked back one last time. He was standing at the edge of the street, watching, not running, not hiding, just staring like this wasn't over. But I was alive, and that was something he didn't plan for. I moved, changed my number, changed my routine. But I still wake up at 3:17 a.m. sometimes. I swear I can hear breathing again. Slow, controlled, right behind me. If you're listening to this, lock your doors, check your windows. And if something feels wrong, don't ignore it.